Light was like so perfect, and
And
now it's so
finally,
dark.
finally, we are live.
We are
You
live.
We are live.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, it's been a struggle.
The
the
struggle
grind for
has
real.
been real, my friends.
But it was
No
worth it.
viewers, but hey,
It was
man.
worth it. All right, so I'll introduce myself. I am Azumius, or PS3 Champ 23. This is my channel. We're probably gonna move it onto a different channel eventually, but we're doing it on this channel for now. Um, I am founder of hashtag COD Weekly. Um, I have been involved in Call of Duty for like 5 years now. Competitive Call of Duty since like 2, 3 years, not very long, but been following it pretty actively since the beginning when I did start following it. So, who's
Thomas,
next?
you wanna go?
Yeah, I'll go next.
All right.
My name is Thomas, aka Mr. Pro Poutine on Twitter, Raging Canadian. I have been following Call of Duty eSports since early Black Ops 2. I was actually brought on by a YouTuber that I used to follow that is one of the founders of Team Caliber. So that's what got me into the whole scene. But I absolutely fell in love with it right away. I think my first event I watched was Columbus in Black Ops 2. It was just fantastic.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it.
Good. All right. My name's Ian, aka Reigns. So you can follow me on Twitter at King Wilcox _. I've been following competitive Call of Duty since Call of Duty 4. I know it was young. Well, I didn't know if it was really the beginning of Call of Duty 4. It was 2009. I didn't really know what Call of Duty was out then, but my cousin introduced me to it, and I just fell in love with it since. I've been waiting to go to LAN. Haven't gone to one yet, but I'm going to LMG Columbus, the one that's coming up soon. I'm not competing, but I'm going in to watch just for fun. Yeah, that's basically it.
All right. Um. So, all obviously, our Twitters are under our faces, and that's who each of us are. I have some topics that I thought we should go through on this first show, because obviously the last 2, 3 weeks have been pretty hectic in the scene so far. So, the first one I thought that we should get into was probably just like an overview of all the Rostermania, and then we can go into who won big and who lost on the transactions that happened. Obviously, it's new. The game's newish, so we don't know exactly
Right.
what happened. But
So I'm pretty sure the biggest topic is Optic, right? Because they're the most known organization out there.
yeah, no doubt.
Optic Gaming, Optic Nation.
Yeah. Do you guys feel Optic Nation got stronger or weaker?
I'm gonna say stronger. I just think it's gonna be a struggle seeing how Embos and TP kind of clash, and I think in the end it's probably gonna be TP switching back to that Slayer role, but kind of teaching Embos on the way because TP is a very versatile player. So, but I
TP
think
is
the rest of
also
the squad,
TP has
the rest
also
is
been he's been the best OBJ in the game for the past 2 years, and I think getting him
For sure.
to switch back to a Slayer, yes, he could be a Slayer on most teams, but switching him back to a Slayer now would be doing the team a disservice because he is the best OBJ guy in the game.
Right, he is.
Um,
I kind of feel like for Optic Nation, the OBJ rule, of course, that's the most topic between Optic Nation because you have arguably one of the two best OBJ players on the same team, and both in PP. So one has to step up with their bigger gun skill and kind of take a Slayer role, but who knows what they're gonna do.
I think the problem is that TP has the best OBJ, but he also has the best Slayer, so they gotta make a decision there.
Yeah, I feel like Embo should be the main OBJ, but then TP should be the one that's supporting him in that OBJ and getting kills, and then support,
Yeah.
like I said, Embo's in that OBJ.
One of the things about hardpoint where it makes the OBJ just so important, though, is you really only need one person in that hardpoint. So, like, having two OBJs all in domination might be more helpful. Hardpoint, it can kind of clash, but
But you need that OBJ to have such great gun skill in this game because there's going to be, like, you have hard points where players can come from 3 different directions, front door, back door, and through the top of the roof.
Yeah, no doubt.
Very never seen that before. So see how Hardpoint plays off.
Yeah, so you can't have two guys looking one way, two looking the other. That guy in the OBJ zone, with the exception of maybe Optic Gaming, which will just slay out the entire map.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're gonna
They
need
bring
that
Ghost
OBJ.
back.
Yeah, you're gonna need that OBJ guy to be playing a huge role. Like he's gonna be need to getting clutch kills.
Optic Gaming looking pretty strong.
Optic Gaming has won 3 out of the 5 online tournaments that they have competed together in. That's
Absolutely crazy.
The third time they played, they've won the 5K. That was their third time playing with each other, and they won it.
Yeah.
And they're insane.
Yeah, you got to think like, what's Formal gonna play like in this game? Because he went and he competed in the Master Chief Collection, that opening tournament, and then he came back to Call of Duty, and in 3 or 4 days, he picked up the game well enough to help Optic win that 5K.
Yeah, he also won the Master Chief Collection tournament,
He did win that as well.
Not really Call of Duty, but still
He did come
good enough.
I feel like Crim6 is going to be a monster. I mean, here he is, but I mean, they're kind of already used to the Halo style. I mean, it kind of resembles a little bit, not really, but I mean, it helps them with how high we can jump in this game. That like their shots, like Crim6, Enable, and Formal, I feel like their shots are just going to be more on point than it was on Ghost.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They're gonna be able to better compensate because they played Halo competitively. They'll be able to follow those unpredictable movements better than, a lot of the older guys like Moho or Sharp who've been playing strictly Call of Duty since COD 4.
Yeah.
We'll get to that real soon.
So can we both say that both optics have improved?
Without a doubt in my mind, I don't know.
I'm worried about Optic Nation. I don't think they'll be able to stay together.
I feel like after Columbus, they're going to make a roster. Well, I don't know if they can, because the roster is going to be locked for Season 1.
Rosters will be locked for Season 1, and I don't... It's interesting, because I don't see that team functioning properly. I don't know what it is about it, because on paper, they should be an amazing team, but their communication so far has been a struggle. It's TP and Embo's kind of clashing against each other, and Karma, who's out there just dropping 50 bombs, doing everything, it doesn't help. He's just getting frustrated with nobody else being able to sort. And Proofy, I've barely heard.
Yeah, I haven't heard a lot about Proofy. I mean, this Optic Nation, they should do good. I see them placing top 4 at Columbus.
Top 8.
I see them placing top 4.
I mean, they're making the playoffs either way.
They are going to make the playoffs, even if they're Optic. They finish outside of top 12. MLG's changing the rules. They're bending. They're bringing both Optic teams in. No doubts about it.
And I don't know, let's say Fear. I don't know. They'll ban Fear because they weren't in the last season, and Optic Nation was. So the kind of stupid ass rule they're bringing back in.
Yeah. Well, if for some certain reason Optic Nation doesn't keep the squad that they have, and they don't make the
Season 1.
the playoffs, do you see Hex keeping that squad together?
I don't think it's really Hex's call. I think that's a
it's
decision
Embo's
I think that's going to be Embos and Nadeshot talking about that.
I feel like if anything happens, I would feel like TP would be the one that gets dropped.
No.
Yeah.
It's a tough spot to be in because TP's the best OBJ, but Embo's he's part of Optic now.
Yeah, he's the captain. I mean, I don't think they're gonna drop Embos for TP.
They did drop Merc though. That's something you have to think about.
Oh, Merc had some personal problems.
That was just I don't believe that excuse, honestly. I just think Optic made roster changes for the sake of it.
Yeah, they weren't successful, so something had to change.
Big time, honestly, should have been
They
changed.
still weren't successful with JCap. They did worse.
Yeah.
And that's why JCap, who dropped out of college to go and be on that team, he was there for a month.
Yeah.
Then he was gone.
Yeah.
What did they pick up after JCap?
After
It was
JCap
Embo's.
yeah, it was Embo's.
Oh, you're right.
Then Embo's got replaced by Proofy.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Okay. I think the next thing we should talk about is FaZe. With them not having Karma anymore, he left, and or he left or whatever happened with EG. I don't even know.
EG sold out the contracts.
Yeah, and then and then they picked up Aches, and who else left?
Slasher. They picked up Aches and Slasher, and Karma and Parasite left.
Parasite. That's who I was forgetting. Do you think they got better or worse because of those?
They 100% got better.
Yeah, I would say they got better for sure. Like that, the communication between that team, it was awful. I mean, yeah, they kept talking, but every match they argued. It just wasn't working. Yes, they won one event, but still, they weren't.
Is it much better with Sensor and Aches clashing?
Yes, because it's not Parasite.
It's not.
It's not
Not
Parasite.
Parasite and Karma and Sensing all yelling at each other all in one game.
I'm gonna give him credit though. Aches really has he's gotten better when it comes to social media and stuff. He's tweeting a lot less often, which means that he's tweeting stupid things a lot less often.
Yeah, he's not roasting MLG every 5 seconds that we see on our Twitter.
Can't do that when you're affiliated with MLG the way FaZe is. So
Yeah, I think there was something behind the scenes. I think Aches was probably by EG was kind of brought to the side and told, you need to either chill out or you lose your social media privileges, I guess. Is the way to put it.
Probably MLG. Probably like show. I mean, they did suspend them for it, but they're probably like, we're gonna suspend you forever, or for like 1 season or something.
Yeah.
no end a hunt for you.
Yeah.
I think another important topic that we should definitely go over is Curse and MW. Which, I don't know, I thought MW was a squad that should have been top 3 every... as soon as I saw they were formed, I thought they should have been top 3 every single event.
Yeah, they were a really good team.
Yeah.
I think the one problem with that team was how young they were.
They were all.
They would have kept them at a COD champs.
Yeah. That's what I was just about to say.
I think they still have that problem though, because Slacked, is he 18 yet?
No.
No, he's not.
Slacked. I think he's a senior in high school this year.
Yeah, so he could be turning 18 this year, and then he could compete. But I don't know.
We'll see.
Conflicting schedules is also a problem.
About the new Noble squad that just got announced yesterday.
Was it yesterday?
Yeah.
I thought it was Monday. Oh wait, you're talking about Spacely.
Yeah, Spacely joining.
Oh, we can go back before Spacey joined, and then what happened. Take it.
Let's go a little farther back. I think what happened with Noble was just one big miscommunication, honestly. And I think that it was just the players being young and just jumping to conclusions. Did you guys see the tweet longer that Noble put out?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I kind of sided with Noble on this one.
Yeah, do you want to kind of just recap it for people who didn't read it?
Yeah. Basically, what the tweet longer said is that they had no intention of dropping these 4 players. They wanted to buy another league spot and hopefully get 2 teams in there. But the players from Noble saw it as them being a B squad. They didn't like that, so they decided to all leave, and then they said that they were dropped, basically.
Yeah.
If I was them, I think I would have stayed. Miyagi and Chino, I think I would have stayed with Noble, even though if I was going to be considered the B team, because think about it, the first Noble squad would be considered the A team in my opinion, because basically they outplaced every single player on that team.
Yeah, but with the social media today, they wouldn't be seen as A squad. That's why Nate and Scumpy's team will always be over ON.
Oh, true. For sure.
No matter what Hex says, people are just going to see ON as B squad.
Okay, but let's talk about the actual players on the Noble Gaming squad now. That is Spacely, Killa, Miracles, and Study.
So you have Killa, I think Kill is probably the
Best S&D player in the world.
yeah for sure. Well, I don't know, man. I think this game he's gonna fall off because I think you have to adapt to different style in this game.
Yeah. I see Noble, in my opinion, after getting rid of Parasite, just got a hell of a lot better. I mean,
Oh,
there was a reason why Curse LV didn't work. I mean, these teams are just gonna fall out. That's just the simple truth of it. If MW3 Optic was like, if they didn't change, like if games didn't change, they'd still be the best in the world. But
Yeah.
it did.
I felt if Optic didn't make a change in MW3 and kept it all the way to the Ghost, I feel like they would have been a good squad. Well, besides Big T, I think Big T would have tired.
Yeah, well, I think
it-
Big Timer, it was kind of time for him to retire.
Yeah.
So he didn't have the heart for it anymore.
Yeah, he definitely made the right decision in that one. If you're not enjoying what you're doing, you should probably, I don't know, make a change. Turn my camera on and off. Sorry about that.
Like Rambo, but I don't think Rambo wanted to really retire.
No,
Oh, he did.
100% didn't.
If
I
he
think
could,
I'm pretty sure Envy forced him to.
Yeah, they did.
I think they should make an Old Men of Optic team with Big Timer, Rambo, and then stick Midnight in there. And then you go
Absolutely.
like Fwiz or Jewel. That would be great.
We could put that match on in between the pro matches on
Oh, yeah.
tournaments because that kills stream views. Is the amount of time they spend around waiting.
Yeah, it is really bad.
I think that's something that MLG needs to work on like immediately.
Yeah,
I'm sitting there waiting for 30 minutes for the next match. I don't know what's happening.
that's absolutely something that needs to be worked on by both MLG and UMG. And I think
Yeah.
UMG is they've made more steps, I think, than MLG towards trying to provide something like that. I think they had their tentative schedule up for their most recent tournament in between matches. So you kind of, hey, I don't want to sit here for a half an hour in between matches. So it says, Optics playing at 4 o'clock. I'll come back at 4 o'clock, see where they're at.
They
Yeah.
need to have Gandhi in between every session with his shirt off.
Gandhi.
That would be
Miss him.
just,
I think they need to rehire
fantastic.
Gandhi.
Yeah. Okay, so
Paying him.
are we gonna go squad by squad here? Just let's do one more squad here because I think that it's important. I want to talk about Fear.
Fear.
Yeah, my favorite team.
And the reason
cool.
for the reason for that is because Moho and Assassin were away for all of Ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Black Ops 2 they didn't do particularly well.
No.
They had a team. It was John no, not Fizzer. Was it Fizzer?
It was
I
there was a lot of people in Fear. I know Dito
Yeah.
was on there, Neslo was on there.
They didn't last all year though. They didn't even last like
No
close.
shit.
I think they fell out before Impact fell out.
Yeah, they did.
But so that's just a little timeline. Do you think they can be successful with two players who were through the game the whole time? Who Dito even said in one of his videos that he posted today that he was teaching Moho and Assassin the game because they were looking for a team the first 5 days and they didn't have a team. Do you think they could be successful with those two being away from the game for so long?
I could see him definitely being in the top 8 for sure. I know Moho's a monster at this game.
He is.
He knows how to run CTF flags like crazy. I know he has some crazy routes that no one ever seen before. I've watched his streams and I'd say their strongest game mode is CTF and then probably Search. They're looking really good.
Yeah, I definitely think Moho and Assassin can adapt really well to this game. I mean, Moho, his play before, it was all based on movement. He would just outmaneuver everybody and then shoot him in the back. There wasn't a whole lot of gun skill needed there. Neslo, I've followed him since like the start of Team Caliber, and
Yeah.
he's one of my favorite players to watch. Like he plays so well, and when he gets hyped, he's an absolute game changer.
You guys remember Black Ops 2 when Clayster was on TK with Neslo? Dude,
Yeah,
they would get so
Yeah.
hyped together.
that
It
was
was
that was I was
ridiculous.
so sad that team didn't stick together.
I think one of my favorite Nezo plays is when he was playing OG and he picks up like that two piece when it was like Scumpy and Nade Shot. He takes out
Oh yeah, it
Scumpy and
was
then
on
just
Sovereign.
turns the corner. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
X
Nade Shot's
Games.
just aligned there and he just picks him. Oh my god,
Yeah,
that was crazy.
it was crazy. I thought Optic was gonna lose that, but
Yeah. Proof was that Proof's game when he went big?
no, that was when they played EG and he got that nice four piece.
Yeah. You're
It's
right.
amazing.
Okay.
We haven't talked about Envy at all, by the way.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean they improved.
Yeah, I think they improved.
I think
Oh.
Clayster can be a player that like can fit into that form where
Yeah.
like they travel around the world and they get tighter as players because Formal loved Optic. That was just the end of it. I think he can love Envy the same, if not better, if they show him the respect that Optic showed him.
absolutely.
I think Castro can in foreplay can do a great job with that. Foreplay is a hell of an owner. Um, and I just think Nameless and Merc, they're just consistent players.
Yeah, I think JCap is kind of the only question mark on that team. But when JCap plays well,
Sure.
you don't have to worry at all because JCap is such a solid player. Like he'll always go, +5 in his matches, and occasionally he'll hop on the OBJ and just he knows how to work spawns. Like overall, when he's playing well, he's such a good player.
Yeah,
But
when
then,
he's on point. And, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but like when he's on point, the whole team's on point. Like there's no way you're stopping them when JCap is on point. Like I think one thing he needs to improve is his S&D game. I
Yeah,
feel like his S&D game fell off in Ghost. But I'm pretty. They'll definitely place top 3 for this for Advanced War for sure.
Okay, so
Like
biggest winners in Rostermania. Who came out of it the best?
Optic Gaming,
Optic Gaming.
absolutely.
I don't know. I feel like they could be as good with Clayster. Well, not as good, but I feel like they could be pretty solid with Clayster improving. Like they could be decent.
Clayster, yes. Proofy, I don't know.
Question.
Something about Proofy and Scump on the same team because Proofy's a great player. I know he's a great player, but something about just him and Scump on the same team, it never worked because Scump was always just taking over. He was going on rampages.
Yeah.
He'd go on 5-6 kill streaks regularly, and that's kind of what Proofy does, when he's not constrained. Like his Proofy
Right.
kind of had to play back a little more. Scumpy was the one that was running and gunning.
Mm.
And Proofy had to play just slightly off of what his game is.
Yeah. Do you think he can Do you think he can be successful in AW with ON?
Proofy? Yeah,
yeah.
I do.
Regions biggest winner for you.
I'd have to go with Optic. They improved so much, right? They did because I'd already see they already won 3 out of their last
Yeah.
6, 4
5.
tournaments, 5. Yeah, and they've just wrecked people. Like in Search and Destroy. Oh, and Hardpoint, they were just 100 club. So many pro teams, and I'm like, how the fuck are you doing this to teams? Like, it's not even. It
Yeah.
just didn't explain. Like their
Yeah.
chemistry is already on point.
Yeah.
It's because they're all players. Like they all know how to win. Nadeshot knows how to win. Scump knows how to win. Formal knows how to win. Crimsix, obviously. They all know what it takes to win. They all know that communication is key, and they're all just going above and beyond in communication.
Yeah. Okay. So for my winner in Rostermania, I'm going to say Team Fear, and I know that's a little bit of a cheap one because they didn't have a team last year.
Well, they
but,
did for like one event.
for Ghosts.
No one even knew about Fear.
Yeah, all the people coming into Ghosts had no idea who Fear was. When Nita went there, like, oh, good. When Nezza went there, like, oh, I see that guy. And then when they placed top 5, top 8, and they get in that league spot that they're probably going to get,
Yeah.
I think Fear as an organization, their sponsors are going to be like, okay, we can stick with these guys. I think all the fans of Fear are going to start getting behind them again. I think we're going to see some more COD 4 fans that kind of fell off the map when they hear Fear comes back.
Yeah.
I think that'll be something cool. And I think not just as a team and as 4 players they increased, I think it's more the organization that got better because of Rostermania.
Yeah. That's definitely a valid pick.
Fear definitely improved for sure.
Fear went from nobody to
Somebody at least.
Yeah.
somebody in the eyes of, the thousands of people that have started following competitive COD now.
Yeah. Okay. Uplink. Go.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
if they could change how you throw the ball so far,
Yes. Absolutely.
the
It
thing
needs
is,
a couple patches.
the thing is, how are you gonna put that in the map rotation?
Uplink?
CTF out?
Yes.
No. Four
What?
game modes. 4 game modes, 2 search
There's
and
no way
destroys.
you can. So it's what, best of 7?
No.
No, keep it with the best of 5s that they're doing right now. I think you do hardpoint, search, capture the flag, uplink,
Uplink.
search.
Right, search. Yeah. I
You
think
could,
search
you
is.
could,
I
could
feel
either
like,
do
no,
that.
I think it should be hardpoint, search, CTF, and uplink. I think CTF should be that game 3 that's deciding. That's that deciding factor.
Uplink is just too fun to watch to take it out of the game. If they want to grow it as a spectator sport, uplink needs to be in there.
And I forget who made the video. I think it might have been T Martin or someone was saying this, but like the teams like once they come out with the patch where like the passing gets nerfed a little bit. I think teams are going to start making plays. You're going to see more spectacular type stuff, where instead of a player just double jumping, throwing it cross map to his teammate who's right next to the goal, and the person just dunking it, you're going to start seeing them running it, like lateraling it, just stuff like that. If you watch football, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Call of Duty is meant for 4 game modes. It's either if you have 4 game modes, you need the best of 7. If you're not, then I think it needs to be 3. But we'll see how it goes at Columbus, because Uplink's in there.
Yeah, well, I definitely think for like finals, I would say Championship Sunday, best of 7s all day, and then you can have a much easier rotation. But for the best of 5s, honestly, Uplink is such a fun game mode to watch. It's really simple to explain to people that are coming into Call of Duty. It's a game mode that you get a couple patches. Aches made a post on Reddit actually that was really good.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah, so he said the exact same thing. He's like, uplink, if it stays in the game, cool. If it doesn't, players will be happy. But it's not all about the players anymore. It's becoming a spectator thing.
Yeah.
It's becoming a spectator thing, so they have to cater to the spectators as well.
I think is CTF because you saw in Ghost that it was huge. It's been huge in every Call of Duty, but for some reason CTF just looks less appealing to me. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's more fast, so you don't see like somebody like pass each other. Like when it's a 1v1, you have like Oracle mode on in Ghost, and like the crowd is just going wild because they're double jumping. You can, I don't know. There's something about AW S&D.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know. I feel like
how could you fix Search and Destroy in Advanced Warfare? Because I do agree it's in a weird spot right now. Search and Destroy, it isn't as fun to watch, to me personally. Search and Destroy with the Oracle mode on was just absolutely crazy. And with the exception of, Benson ruining ninja diffuses, it was really well balanced.
Yeah.
I think one thing they need to fix from like a competitive play, like I played, the bomb needs to get fixed.
Oh yeah.
In order to plant, it's like an extra 2 seconds to plant. So,
Yeah.
it's actually like a second and a half or half a second.
No, it's less time to plant. However, when you plant it, you stay there for like another 2 seconds. So it's like
Yeah,
you're kinda
after
like,
dropping it. Yeah, it does need
It's
to be a very solid 7.5 and then gone,
yeah.
not a 7.5 and then your gun's still down for another 2 seconds as you're trying to leave the bomb site.
So maybe the fuse time could be like 6.5, 6.
They just need to fix the animation. That's all that
Yeah,
is.
you're right. Yeah.
Do you think that that's something that competitive COD can like advocate
To
to Sledgehammer?
Sledgehammer? Absolutely. I think
For sure.
Sledgehammer and
It's a
Treyarch
sport.
are 100% behind esports. They want to push it as an esport. You know, Infinity Ward, they gave a
Sadly.
very haphazard effort. And even with Ghost being such a boring game to play, boring game to watch, there was still growth. There was still a lot of
Sure.
growth. And
Yeah.
that just goes to show, people enjoy watching it. Even just casual viewers. Even the people that just want to go, hey, when's Optic playing next? They still want to come and watch Optic. That's a start
Yeah.
for the scene.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
also know
I'm sorry. I'm talking to my dog. I gotta let her
Yes.
out. I'll be right back.
I don't think there's a problem with those people that come into the scene just saying go optic, because people are gonna have fans, and that's just the way that it is.
Yeah,
People aren't going into Giants games saying, like, if it's a Giants versus like Jets game, they're not gonna go, yeah, let's go 49ers. That's just not gonna happen because
yeah,
it's a Giants game. It is an optics game. It's the way Call of Duty is. I don't think it's the way it always has to be. I just think that's what the way it is now. I mean, Nate Shot has 1.5 million subscribers now. I think that's great for the Call of Duty season.
yeah,
Do I think that other players can get to that? No doubt. I think if Ake started a YouTube channel and he brings what he has like behind the keyboard, behind a webcam, I think he can get to that level where at least Clayster's at. And Clayster's at a good place right now with his YouTube. Emba's is in the same place.
yeah, absolutely. I definitely think players need to stick with the social media a lot. They need to, post to YouTube at least consistently. If you do it once a week, keep doing it once a week. If you do it once a day, once a day. But, you see a lot of the players who have YouTube channels. I notice Apathy can be guilty of this a lot, where he'll post in clusters. He'll post 3 videos in 4 days,
Oh, yeah.
and then he'll go a couple weeks, and then he'll come back and apologize for not posting videos.
Yeah, I
Clayster.
see that so much.
Spread those out. Keep it
Yeah.
consistent. Once you start building, consistent video library, consistency with your fans, they know that they can come back to your channel every Wednesday. It'll
Yeah.
be a lot better.
For sure. But Chilla's starting to get into that. I see. For a while, Burnsoff was into that. Now, I was really into his channel, but he kind of fell off the map when it comes
After
to
he
YouTube.
left the curse house.
Yeah. It's sad day for Burnsoff. Okay. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Gamey. Gami. If you guys have any questions, tweet at hashtag CODWeekly. We're there answering your questions now. So, yep.
Okay, so
the game posted one in the chat.
yeah,
Let's see.
Advanced Warfare as a competitive title, just kind of overall. Like, do you think it's going to be successful? Like, is it going to be successful for A, the fans, B, the players, and C, esports overall?
Yes. I feel like this game is going to help us improve tremendously. For sure. The only thing I'm scared about is in future Call of Duties, are they going to have the exo ability suits?
That is kind of a concern.
Because I went on classic mode like yesterday. You play that without exosuit, it feels so much different. It's
And the
you
maps
can't play
aren't
it.
the maps aren't made for it.
Yeah, the maps are way bigger than you would actually think because you're using the exosuits. But think about like the giant maps. Like think about
Even Detroit, which is the smallest map in the game, is huge when you don't play it with like double jumps and stuff.
yeah, like the regular maps. The regular map size in this game is like giant compared to other Call of Duties. So you have to consider that as well. Go back to an old Call of Duty and play that and get the kind of feel for the small maps, 3 channels built for regular play. and that's
How
going
you
to give
guys
you a
feel?
much better idea.
How are you guys feeling about the battle? No?
I think they either need to nerf it. No, they don't need to ban it. It's either nerf it or they need to bump up the submachine guns.
They need to bump up the subs, I
'Cause they
think.
suck. They suck.
The BAL is the only gun that really works properly in the game right now. So you have the BAL, the AK-12, and the Bulldog, which are the 3 guns that players are using.
Also, the H bar. I don't think that's used enough. I think that's a great gun, honestly.
Each bar is a good gun. I have it on one of my classes. It's pretty good. The only thing, the fire rate for some reason is it's slow to me.
The fire rate is slow, and that's why it's not going to get used in competitive.
I have a question. Maybe I'm just not paying attention, but when events start coming up and during these tourneys, I haven't really noticed it. But are players using the different kinds of guns that you can unlock through supply drops and stuff?
No, those are banned.
Is it banned? Okay, good. I just wasn't sure.
And you wouldn't
I
be
had-
able to. You wouldn't be able to keep bring them with you at LAN events either.
We have a question. Hashtag COD Weekly. I saw. It was from at _Japuncha_, and it said, "Do you guys need a GFX artist?" guess
Well, I
so.
think we already have James. I mean, I don't think we'll turn people away.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
If you want to make us
Um,
GFX, I don't care.
Sure.
Okay. So-
I had a question, but I forgot what I was gonna ask.
Do you guys see classic mode ever being like? Do you guys think S&D would be better if it was in classic mode?
Absolutely not. Maps aren't made for it.
It's just the whole exosuit thing just changed the game so well that I don't think we can ever go back to a regular Call of Duty. I think now that Sledgehammer changed it to these exosuits, I think that it has to be in here for the rest of the title until a big change happens.
I disagree with that. I think that Infinity Ward will always be that Call of Duty that's like modern and like realistic, and I just think that's the way it's going to be. I don't think they're going to have those double jumps until people in the military can double jump.
Okay. Well, how about there is stuff, but we just don't know. Maybe they do have stuff, but we don't know. That makes bring it back.
Yeah, maybe Infinity Ward's that knows that, but we don't. Okay, and if you guys in the chat have any questions, you can ask them.
He just said, "What weapon do you think will be the most overused in tournaments?"
The BAL.
Val. Val. And then 1 second, it's nerfed. I'm gonna say KF5.
Yeah, KF5 is the best sub. They just need to buff it up.
Yeah. I think if they get like it's like the Bison from Ghost with like the recoil,
Yeah.
how it like goes back and forth, and that just throws me off just so much.
Yeah.
Oh, what about dead? What about dead silence in this game?
It's such a problem. I think like with the amount of Astros and Turtle Beaches and those headsets that you're having in the game, for a player to be able to hear where like a player double jumps like in his ears headset, and like it not being, and like MLG just saying whatever, it's such a problem, honestly.
I disagree. I think the limited EXO dead silence is actually something that adds a lot to the game. I think I was watching Optic through the 5K, and Nadeshot would always run dead silence in a search and destroy, and he had to use it like really sparingly. And think about if he's carrying the bomb. At one point, is he going to turn on dead silence as he's approaching the bomb? At what point is he going to stop using the dead silence? Is he going to save more for a burst later in the round? Or is he going to use his entire battery
Speaking of
up once?
bomb plant is so loud in this game.
Yeah, that's one thing. They need to enable let silent plant. At least lower it down, because you can hear that from like halfway across the map. Like, no joke. I'm not even being sarcastic about that. That's how loud it really is.
Yeah, it definitely is. It is really loud. I think the bomb, the noise of the bomb is a problem. The noise of lack of dead silence, absolutely not a problem. I think that's going to create much smarter plays. Players are going to be listening to footsteps, and I'll call it right now. At some point throughout the life of Advanced Warfare, there's going to be a search and destroy map 11. Somebody's going to have a full battery of dead silence, use it to go up and ninja defuse the bomb. It's going to happen. Players going to be hiding around a corner, waiting for, or running around searching for the guy, and somebody's just going to come in with their dead silence and defuse the bomb.
That bomb is loud though. Does the dead silence affect the bomb?
Yeah, it does. If you have it enabled, then you can't hear it. I don't think. Or I could be wrong. I don't know for sure. No, that's a good question.
How good do you guys think automatic reload is going to be? Depending on who their fourth is. I mean,
Yeah, because Tipsy can't go.
Yeah, what good free agents are there? I don't even know.
Well, we don't know.
Free agents now.
I would say Parasite, but he announced earlier he's
He has
teaming
a team.
in Prophecy.
Yeah, Prophecy.
With Ricky's actually on it too.
Ricky, Parasite, Legal, and Fears.
Yeah, it's not going to be a bad team.
Yeah, I think they should make it at least top 8. Well, for sure, but automatic reload. I know BL Fire is a monster. I know this game isn't like Black Ops 2, but Black Ops 2, he'd probably had the second best AR shot besides Parasite. Just wasn't on a good team, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Do you
automatic
guys-
reload, I think top 12. I think they'll make it into the season.
Who
Do
else
you
is
guys
on?
think that Clan Lucky Strike is going to do well with Stainville, St. Gucci, and Milas?
No,
No,
I don't think they're
I-
making it into the season.
I don't think Stainville has enough what it takes to be a card player anymore.
He's in the
Well,
same
he's in
spot Big Tire was in.
Yeah, I feel like he just needs to retire and run Envy because he is co-owner of Envy. He did help find it, so I
Yeah.
feel like he just needs to go back under the Envy organization and help run the team. And I don't think that team is going to get even in the season.
Does Miyagi have a team yet?
No,
Oh, well, he's getting picked up by automatic reload.
good. Does Chino have a team?
Yes, Chino actually got a team today. He is now with who was it? Rise? Yeah, Chino's
Oh,
on
you got picked
Rise
up by
now
Rise.
with
Yeah.
Pac-Man, Diabolic, and Wheats.
I was busy all day.
Strife. The return.
Return of Strife. We have a question from Mr. Gamey in the chat again. You know, he said, "What team do you guys think will take home the moolah at the end of the day?"
Most money is going to be Optic, and it won't be from tournament winnings.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say Columbus. Who's gonna win?
Who's winning Columbus?
Yeah, right now as we know all the teams and how we know how they've been playing. You gotta stay off the gaming. You really can't go against them. I know it's like a kind of like on the fanboy bandwagon because
I just want to, though. I don't, like, I want to see them win, but I don't want to see them win, like.
I definitely want to see Optic win for sure. I think
Optic needs to
that's
win
what Optic does. Like they've only won what 2 championships in Ghost? 1?
I just
one.
won, and I'm just shooting for Fear. I just want Fear to win so
And then they
bad.
won 1 in Black Ops 2. That was the first event in Black Ops 2 they've won. So they've only won 2 tournaments in the past 2 years. They're 2 card types.
They need to win a tournament every 6 months to keep people interested.
They need to
No,
win
they can.
every tournament.
Yeah.
No, I think Envious is going to take Columbus.
Envious is gonna do well. Oh, so Carnage.
Carnage.
The-
Carnage made a splash this weekend.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I mean, have you heard news about Hugh? His internet is amazing. And he drops like 50 bombs on every
Yeah.
team he
He's
plays.
dropping 60s too.
It's ridiculous.
He's
There's
crazy.
that good ass internet.
I think like 60 bombs are going to be the new 40s.
In this game, yeah, for sure. Because how so fast paced it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Carnage, they game top 4 in the 5K.
Yeah.
And what was it, top 8 or top 12 in the 2K the day before?
They lost the Optic in the semifinals or quarterfinals. I can't remember in the 5K. I think they played them.
Yeah.
They did.
Do you guys see this new Source squad? If you don't know who it is, I can tell you who's on that
Isn't that
team.
like the Demented Wolf and like
It's Demented Wolf, Inceps, and oh no, I cannot believe I'm blanking out on this right now.
I feel like they're gonna be the same as the team that Stainville was on. I mean, they're definitely a team to watch out for. They have the potential. But I just don't think, as the teams that are based on right now, how Optic and Envy is looking in denial, there's no way they can be a top contender with those teams. But hey, I could be wrong. I never saw him play before, so I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm not really that familiar with the players on Soar, so I'll just say top 24 because Soar.
I think Demented has the ability to be a very good player. I've been watching him for a little while. There are certain players that I just watch and that I just enjoy watching because like they're such small time players, but they could be bigger. So
You just need the right
Demented.
team.
yeah, Demented is one of those players. But because his brother is Wolf, they're never.
Oh, they're brothers.
Yeah. Oh, it's FaZe. FaZe is who's.
Oh yeah, FaZe.
Sore FaZe. Sore FaZe.
FaZe. Hey.
Oh my gosh. Classic.
Do you think we haven't? Do you think Denial made a good or bad choice to dropping Study?
Good.
They got Attach out of it. I think that's an improvement.
I honestly think Attach is so good.
He really is.
Yeah. I think they already had the chemistry that they had with Study, so.
Am I frozen on your screen, Thomas?
Uh,
Get back.
yeah, you're frozen on mine. It's a great
Second.
face though.
Thank you.
So, someone posted in the chat top players in this game so far.
Formal and Crimsix.
Top players in this game. Tried top players in like every game.
Every game ever released.
Yeah.
Like they are just, both of them can just adapt to different games so well.
Yeah, and you've seen that from Attach. I mean, he freaking wait, sorry, from oh my god, from Formal. He won the MCC with not very much practice, honestly, because he was freaking joining Optic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he
That's crazy.
wins that tournament, then a week later he wins the 5K. It is, yeah, it's absolutely mind-blowing that he can just transition between games that well.
Isn't there a bigger tournament next weekend? I mean, this weekend than the 5K? I swear there was like a.
10K?
I swear there was a 10K.
Here, I'll check MLG, but
I swear there was something bigger because they were making jokes about the next after Columbus going to be like a 100K or something. I don't remember. And I think it's another 5K or. I don't remember.
who do you guys think is going to be better in the game in the end, Formal or Clayster?
Ooh. I really want to say Formal, because I think Clayster right now, he already has such a high level of knowledge in Call of Duty that I don't want to say he's reached his peak, but I don't see him getting much better. While Formal, who I think is really on the same level with him right now, he still has a very almost rudimentary understanding of Call of Duty.
I feel like he kind of just like breaks down games when it comes to like the code of the games, and then he just like sees similarities and just plays to those every single game, whether it's like Halo or like any other game, because he's just crazy like that.
Yeah.
If we saw an Envy and Optic Gaming final at Columbus.
That's what I'm expecting.
That wouldn't be as big as Optic for Optic.
Oh yeah. I don't think that's gonna. We don't even know a bracket yet. Oh, about pro points. I know Optic and Envy are like right next to each other in pro points, so we could see them in the finals.
Yeah, pro points. Envious is number 1. Optic Gaming, I believe, is number 2.
Yeah.
Who got a lot of pro points for Oh yeah, Impact got a lot of pro points for or when Spacely joined, they got like 3,000.
Yeah.
But
Yep. I'm trying to look up the pro standing. Yeah. Okay.
Spacely's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, I think Spacely's really coming into his prime.
I'm freaking frozen again, dude.
So,
Finding.
right now, the pro standing is Envy, Optic Gaming, and then the team with Enable, Slacked, Mochilla, and Classic that their org hasn't been announced yet.
Probably Curse.
And then you have Denial, FaZe, TK, Optic Nation. Then you have Aware Gaming, that's with Accuracy, Lawless, Sunder, and Happy.
Yep.
You got Prophecy, Rise, Stunner, has Perplex, Vex, TJ, Halley, and Cool Chain.
Yeah, it's a good team.
Automatic
TJ
Reload.
Halley.
Yeah, TJ Halley. And then you have Automatic Reload that has Felony, Burns Off, and BL5 for right now. And like
And
Carnage.
Tipsy is still on that team. They just,
Yeah. Yeah, right.
as far as we know, he's still on the team. They're just looking for one to sub in.
Dang, I'm surprised Carnage. They're in 13th place. Surprised they don't have more pro points. You got like SB, Vex, Orbit, or
Do you think SB can make a comeback in this game?
yeah,
Not
they're
necessarily.
really
Not necessarily with the players they have now, but
Oh,
As an
SB
org.
as an org, I definitely think they can make a comeback in the game. And like I know I've talked to a few people at SB, and like especially like Freagy. I was playing COD with him a couple nights ago, and he's such a nice guy, and he's really smart, really quick. Like, I think he'll definitely be able to bring the team back.
I could see that happening. I just don't know what org they would replace, honestly. Hey,
Okay, so one other thing that we should cover quickly, just because I'm extremely biased. Oh, I'm stuck here by myself for now. Team Caliber, as they are just a personal favorite of mine.
yeah.
Did TK make the right decision in dropping Neslo and picking up Looney?
Yes.
yes for
I
sure.
think as an org with Jimmy and Kosdiff and all those guys, I don't think having a player with an attitude like Neslo had or like Iggs has or Clayster, I think that's why it didn't work with them. Or having that kind of a hype player is just not going to work for them.
They were looking at Aches though.
Yeah, they were. I think it's probably best that they didn't take him.
Yeah.
I 100% agree. I don't want Aches on TK again because I'm just really biased. But I don't know. Neslo's just he's a favorite player of mine, so you know when he gets booted off again,
Yeah.
I'm sad.
But TK needs to win a championship in this game for sure. They need to win one. They need to win a tournament. They've came so many second places in Black Ops 2, and Ghost they kind of fell off. But I think they need to get their shit together and win a championship for Team Caliber.
Do you think Sharp is going to have a whole nother full year of TK?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't see Shark
Absolutely.
leaving unless he gets an offer to Optic Nation or Optic Gaming, which that's not going to happen.
I don't even honestly. I don't think Sharp would take the spot with Optic. Like from what all the players say about TK, like it's such a home for them. Like it's not Call of Duty, it's family, and they just happen to play Call of Duty together, and that's why they got rid of Neslo. It's because he put himself apart from the whole family. So I think Team Caliber, Sharp is welcome there, as long as he's not a total detriment to the team. And from what I've seen from Sharp in the start of Advanced Warfare, he is anything but a detriment at this point.
Next team, do you have a team house? I'm kind of curious about who you guys think is gonna.
Just want to have a team house.
Well, first of all, Optic is gonna move. I have no doubt about that.
No, I think they're staying in Chicago.
not necessarily they're staying in Chicago, but have you guys seen how many times they've been like
Yeah, people are
they've had
showing up
people
outside the house.
because
Yeah.
they're not being smart. Literally on Nate Shot's video today, he literally showed Big Timer's license plate.
Yeah. Well, they don't. I don't think they care anymore. Like if people, the address is out there. It's
Yeah.
been out there
Like,
for a while. I mean, Clayster released the IP how long ago? He released the IP address to the house, and they got booted offline during. I think it was a 2K. They had to forfeit because like they were just getting doxxed so badly.
yeah.
It's a shame.
But,
Alright, so
What 4 teams are going to qualify for season 1 that haven't already qualified? That's from T Rob in the chat.
Fear for sure. I think Fear's gonna do it. Oh, TK. I think TK is a must.
Yeah,
They have to. If they don't, then
I think the org will just kind of fall into obscurity.
yeah.
Nobody will care anymore.
I think Carnage will. I Carnage, yeah.
Carnage,
So,
you have to wonder how they'll perform on land, though.
We'll see. Are they going to Columbus? Do you know?
yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
They
so,
can't not
let's see.
go to Columbus.
Yeah.
LG will pay for them to go to Columbus at this point.
What teams aren't in it? I think SB is. I think SB is gonna get. Yeah. See, you guys are doubting SB but watch Fizz stream, man. They're so good.
Yeah, but Fizz is just an SMD god. That's it. Like SMD wins championships, but still, you can't have one player that's winning you championships.
And like automatic reload, I believe in them that they can.
Yeah, they're gonna be good. I think my 4 is gonna be automatic reload, TK, and I'm gonna say Stunner.
Is Prophecy? Do they Parasite?
Prophecy.
Ricky? I just forgot about that.
Oh.
Wait, okay, so TK, Fear.
You have to think, does Prophecy get it together? Can they
No,
build
Parasite's
chemistry in 2 weeks?
Parasite's not making it in the league this year. Stunner. Yeah, I'm going with my old 4. And yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go with Fear, TK. No, I think the who does the league spot go to between Curse and Most Wanted?
Are they selling?
Because I think
Yeah,
Most
they-
Wanted sold it to Curse, but we don't know if Curse even has a team right now.
Well, let's just assume that Curse is MW.
Curse is MW, so
Yeah.
then they would have the league spot already.
Yeah. So, it's still 8.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Fear, TK, Carnage if they attend.
Oh my god.
I think they'll be able to squeeze in there. And I gotta say, I think Prophecy will squeak in there. I think they will self-destruct before Season 1 is over. And they will be playing matches without saying a single word to each other. But I think they're going to make it in.
If they make it in, do you think the same 4 is going to be playing the whole season out?
Yeah, you gotta wonder about that. You gotta wonder if they're going to be the same players playing at the end, or if they're going to have subs.
Ricky's going to play no matter what. It's Parasite.
Yeah, Parasite's a big question.
Whose team is it, though? Is it Parasite's team that he put together, or is it Ricky's team that he put together?
It's Parasite's team.
So are they going to bench Parasite from his
No.
own team?
I think he's going to just, like, make it self-destruct, or... Does Prophecy, like, is it an official org? Or...
Yeah, they were official org in Black Ops 2. When Prophecy was a EU team before they came to the NA.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, Prophecy. A couple of weeks ago, there was rumors swirling about them making another team in North America.
I guess
But,
I-
speaking of EU, the players, Swanee... It's Swanee, Jerd, Marky B, baby? They're the players that we're talking about going to NA, right?
Ye-
Swanee and Jerd definitely were. They wanted to
Yeah.
come to North America. Then you have to worry about, green cards or visas or something.
Do you see them ever coming to NA?
Not unless someone like Envy or Curse brings them over.
Do you see Envy or Curse bringing them? I don't see Envy doing it, honestly. But
Not this year.
No. No.
I think there are like 3 organizations that have the ability that are currently in the league, maybe 4, that can like get all of their shit together and do that. And that would be OG, Envy, Curse, just TK, and maybe Fear.
I don't think TK has the money.
I don't think Fear has the money.
Fear
I'm not-
definitely doesn't have the money.
I'm not thinking money in this like time. I'm thinking about like owners that can get it done though.
But to get a player, to get somebody into the U.S. to work, it can run you tens of thousands of dollars. Especially if they're not providing some sort of skill that'll be, that the agent will think is useful. If you're a world-renowned building designer, then you get him for $5,000. But if you're just some bum off the street who knows how to cook or be a laborer, then they're going to charge you $25,000. So I mean, MLG, it took them months just to get Benson over.
Yeah.
And we've been doing this for an hour. About almost
Actually, over an hour now.
over an hour.
Yeah, we're over. Okay.
Nice.
So you guys want to end it here?
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
All right. So let's go stick style. You can have your own little time to do it. I don't know. I'm not creative yet with this stuff, so I'll let Regions, Perptine. I'll do it.
All right. Well, guys, thanks for stopping into the show. We had about 9 viewers, which isn't bad for first show, and not we're not really known in the community.
One of them might have been my mother.
That's fine. Could have been my dad. Who knows? But just I'm happy we're doing this because I always wanted to have my own show like this. I just didn't have the right internet until I actually got my internet fixed yesterday, so I have it upgraded. So I'll be streaming more. You can check out my Twitter, as it says on the screen, at @KingWilcox_ for updates. And thanks for tuning in. Honest.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks everybody for stopping by. I know I spammed everybody on my Skype list, and a couple guys showed up. I think they left now, but whatever. It's not like you were my friends anyways. Yeah, so thanks for stopping by. Make sure to give everybody a follow on Twitter and know when and where we're streaming next. We will... any more questions, we'll probably hang out in the chat after for a little bit as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Feel free to tweet us whenever. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. So thank you all for tuning into the first show. About a week ago, I was like, yeah, I was like, yeah, let's do it. And I got lucky enough to be stuck with these guys who know a thing or two about what they're saying. And thank you guys for tuning in. Viewers, it's not bad at all for the first show. It might go on YouTube. I haven't decided yet. Follow me on Twitter, that kind of stuff. I'll see you later, guys.